Good day everyone. Today our lesson is all about ratio. Now, why do we need to learn ratio? Ratio allows us to measure and compare quantities to make us understand easily. How can we apply ratio in real life? Simple. When looking at the prices in groceries, you can compare ratios using two different sizes of can, container, or box. For example, a liter of soda is 65 pesos and 70 ml of soda costs 45 pesos. You may demonstrate the relationship between the amount and its size, to which is cheaper per ml. I believe you have tried doing that. You can also apply ratio in recipes and cooking, especially the amount of ingredients to the number of servings and so on, and many more. Now let's define what is ratio. Ratio is a comparison between two or more quantities and shows how their values relate to each other. Now there are four ways in writing a ratio. It can be in phrase form, which is you can say 1:2. In a colon form, we have 1:2, or this can be read as 1:2. Then in division form, we have 1 divided by 2, and also in fraction form, which is 1/2 or 1/2. Note that in writing a ratio, there should be no unit, and the ratio should be expressed in simplest form. Let's try this given scenario. We have a survey on 600 people about music. 300 people like OPM, 100 people like K-pop, and 200 people like hip-hop. Now, here's the question. What is the ratio of those who like OPM to the number of people? This scenario can be compared in different ratios. Let's answer this ratio of those who like OPM to the total number of people through this model. So we have here 6 parts, which is 600 for the whole. We can say that this is 100, another 100, 100, total of 600. Then those who would like, or people who like OPM, is just 300, which is a part of the whole. And for the ratio, for our answer, we have 300:600. And take note that when you write in ratio, it should be in simplest form. Therefore, our final answer is 1:2. Let's answer with the same scenario with different questions. We have here first, what is the ratio of those who like K-pop to those who like OPM? So it is mentioned in the given question. We have K-pop to those who like OPM. So we need to write first the K-pop, which is 100, which is to those who like OPM. You have 300. And since we need to simplify in simplest form, our answer is 1:3. Order is very important in naming a ratio because each number in a ratio corresponds to a certain quantity being identified. So if the question mentioned first the K-pop, then you write in the first given ratio or term, which is 100, and next would be OPM, then next term is the 300. Next is we have what is the ratio of those who like K-pop to those who like hip-hop? So since K-pop is mentioned first, so we have 100, our first term, then is 2, then those people who like hip-hop, which is 200. Then when we simplify it in simplest form, we have 1:2. Next, what is the ratio of those who like OPM and K-pop to the total number of people? So since this is OPM and K-pop, we need to add the two. So OPM and K-pop, we have 300 plus 100, we have 400. Then the total number of people, which is 600. And simplify, we have 2:3. Next, what is the ratio of those who like hip-hop to those who like K-pop? So hip-hop mentioned first, then we have 200:100, and we simplify that. Answer is 2:1. Now let us consider these examples. We have 5 years to 1 decade. Note that in comparing ratios, we need the same unit. Now in this case, for 5 years to 1 decade, we need to convert years to decade or decade to years. So it's easier if you're going to convert 1 decade into years, which is 10 years. So we have 5 is to 10, and since we need to simplify, our answer is 1 is to 2. Since 10 years is equal to 1 decade, so we can just write 5 years is to 10 years, then our final answer is 1 is to 2. Next, we have 20 seconds to 1 minute, 10 seconds. So this 1 minute, we need to change or convert this into seconds. It's easier for us if we are to convert this minutes to seconds. So this is 20 is to, for 1 minute, that's 60 seconds, plus another 10 minutes, so this is 70. And when we get the final answer, we have 2 is to 7. Next, we have 30 days to 7 weeks. In this case, it's easier for us to convert the weeks into days. So in 1 week, there are 7 days. And 7 times 7 weeks, we have 49. So 7 weeks is equal to 49 days. We can write 30 is to 49. We need to simplify that, but 30 and 49 has no common factor, then this is our final answer. 30 is to 49. Next, 1 dozen eggs to 18 eggs. So it's easier for us to convert this dozen into the number of eggs. So 1 dozen is 12, which is 12 to 18. And when we simplify that, we have 2 is to 3. Last example. The number of consonants to the number of letters in the English alphabet. So we know that the number of consonants is 21 and the total number of letters in the alphabet is 26. So let's see if we can still get the lowest term, 21 and 26. Okay, cannot be, and 2 cannot be, and 3 cannot be. So this is our final answer. Next, let's evaluate this kind of scenario. There are 640 students in ABC school. 90 are grade 3 students. Let's take note of the numbers. 90 are grade 3 students. 85 students are grade 4, and 120 are grade 5, and 115 are grade 6 students. And the remaining students are grades 1 and 2. Let's answer the first question. What is the ratio of grade 3 to grade 4 students? So grade 3 mentioned first, so we need to write the number of grade 3 students, which is 90 is to, for the grade 4, we have 85. And since we need to simplify that, our final answer is 18 is to 17. Next, what is the ratio of grade 6 to grade 5 students? So grade 6 is 115 and grade 5 students is 120, and when we simplify that to lowest term, the answer is 23 is to 24. Next, what is the ratio of the total number of students to grades 1 and 2 students? So we need to combine the grade 1 and 2 students, then compare it from the total number of students. The total number is 640 is to the grades 1 and 2 students are, we need to add the grade 3, 4, 5, and 6, which is 410. We subtract it from 640, the remaining students is 230. And when we simplify, the answer is 64 is to 23. Next, what is the ratio of the total number of students to grade 5 and 6? So we need to add the grade 5, 120 and 115. You will get 235. And from the total number of students is 640. Then when you simplify that, our answer is 128 is to 47. Thank you for listening, and I hope that you learned something from our lesson for today.